tongue weight to my hairline, to my backbone, and it's dragging me around that I don't listen. All your critics on red, mind your own business. That's right. Better run red lights. Now watch me fly. Got angel to my left, devil to my right. We're going down. Hit the road, Jack. Won't come back, no. You can sign me. Ain't a devil in my head, now here's to the cheaters. Hey, 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 all your critics on lane. This one's on me, hey. Oh yeah, that's right. Got angel to my left, devil to my right. We're going down. Little white light, I got these ties. Those who survive know the one more time. Forth and back, just like that. What comes around goes around, my man. Say hey, hey, say hey, hey. Forth and back, and just like that, you're going down for heaven's gate. Down to my right, we're going down. Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Lit check, been a minute, let me hit the homies in a group text. 10 years, same team, true vets. Got a couple trophies, but no chains on the neck. No. Got a couple Cardis, we don't flood with baguettes. It's a very small world, so my hand holds. Wake up, make the money, that's a man's role. Loyalty and love is what I stand for. Can't forget about trust, but first, please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa, oh, oh, oh. It's the weekend, we've been working. I'll be posted fireside. Yeah, bring my boys in, bring your girls in. We'll be posted up all night. Yeah, limited edition, not the regular one. We shut down the city like when presidents come. I am not a rookie, I'm a veteran, bro. Promise I'ma take it easy later on. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good
Test 1 2 1 2.
Oh, 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 and I'm singing like, whoa, oh, SOS, oh, please fill my cup.
that new segment of the show, playing around with this little idea. We're on the 1 second chart here. It is the Bulls versus the Bears. Right now we're finding support here at the $42,947 level. Will this continue? Again, this is the 1 second chart. Don't get too excited unless you're that freaky day trader out there. In case, what are you watching my show for? Oh, you should be out there making that money. This is all for funs and giggles until we actually kick off the show here in just a minute. Currently, we're in a channel. Bitcoin bulls are going to try to make it off of a bounce off this 200 moving average on the 1 second chart to try to move price to recover some ground here at 43,029. Hopefully to make it up here to test 43,080 with an end goal in mind of reaching 43,100. And $17. Can we get a little chant going here, ladies and gentlemen? Can we get a little motivation to help the bulls reach back up there? Remember, this is an area where it is likely to get rejected and possibly make a lower low. When you kind of zoom back and see how Bitcoin's performance has been over this last few minutes here, reaching a top here at $43,459, but it's been making lower lows and lower highs since then. There is also that possibility we get rejected right here, but being above this 200 moving average gives us hope that there might be a breakout. And if you wanted just a little bit of hopium here on the 1 second chart to tell us what's going to happen, say, in the next 5 minutes or so.
How accurate is this bullcrap you teach?
We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Flying on the small time frames, but on the big time frames, doesn't really matter. I've got a measure move coming in here at 43,370. If, but only if, we get the volume to break out above this channel. Meaning simply, the price has got to do this. Come up, bounce. More than likely, there's a bounce. Got to fight through this area here and then come up to reach this target for what we would call. Oh my gosh, you lost the button. Well, there went that effect. We're looking for a touchdown right there. Will that happen? Or was it? I can't tell you, but this has got to be better than the NFL play. So our other alternative is, if we see rejection here, look for a lower low. Work at that lower low B, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and let's work out this game plan here on this 1 second chart. All we got to do is extend this trend line down. Follow price to that meets that, and we could be looking somewhere around the 42,000.
In the next 5 minutes? Is that what you really think?
Yes, Bob, that is what I really think is going to play out right here. The key is to look for volume. When we come to our indicators, we see that we do have some bearish separations forming here on our wave tables. It's making it less likely that maybe this trend line will get breached. And this one, we're going to make him big. Not that one. Bob, pay attention now. Stay with me, Bob. Big, thick line. That is the resistance. That is the bear standing in our way. And right now on the 1 second chart, you can see that we filled that rejection heavily. We're coming back under the 200 moving average. It is now officially time to flip bearish. The Bears have the ball officially now as the 9 moving average crosses bearishly over the 200 moving average, meaning that rejection has been achieved. We are now looking for downward targets. How far will we go? On the 1 second chart, we must take a measure move from the channel that we're breaking out of to give us a little idea. Again, we're looking at coming down to retest this area. This will be the touchdown area for the Bears to reach $42,800. Let's see who has the strength to carry the ball, because the Bulls are trying to work on a little game plan to intercept that move and try to ride back under here. But will it prevail? Hard to say right now. It looks like the Bears have got it. What do you say we take a commercial break and let's go to our channel sponsor, Road Dogg. But first, there's a commercial from the like button. It's just down and to your left.
And you tap with your right.
Look over to the side.
Where you can join and subscribe. This crypto rival, the really drives you out. Let's hit the like button now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the daytime version of Crypto Charts with Road Dogg. If you've not seen me before, don't be alarmed by this handsome face made for radio. We're going to take a look at the weekend forecast. Had a little fun there at the beginning, looking at the 1 second chart, just playing around there. Now we're going to take a little bit more serious look at what we can expect for the weekend, because as we've been talking about on my channel, my nightly streams, well, they like to push us at this point into a make or break area where we can go up or we can go down. Oh, what's happening? They love to do this on the weekends, testing us to see just how much retail trading is out there, how we move the prices over the weekends. We need to pay attention to that too. Up and to the right is a 4-letter word that'll save you 10% off the Tangem products, including the Tangem wallet that I use. Very secure, love it, easy to use, NFC enabled phone, loves it. Today in the crypto market, we got a little bit of a rise of our top 100 altcoins. Got a few little strong movers here. Rose, Pith, Pendle, ICP. The hour is just a mixed bag. Look at Ronan taking a little bit of a pullback there. Ronan's had a nice little bump up lately, hadn't she? And these are the guys that are up strong for the week. Link being one of them. Tau, Mina, Pith, Ronan, Render, Flare, Immutable X, making a nice little comeback. But right now we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Give a shout out to you guys over in my chat. I got DP here and I got Chemical Black. How's it going? Trying to remind me to check back on the smaller time frames to see how that little scenario plays out on Bitcoin. But coming to the bigger time frames that kind of matter, we're going to start out with the 4 hour. This is kind of feels out where we are right now, but it's the bigger time frames that are really going to give us the clues, and we're going to jump there, do it a little bit backwards. It is a great rule to go by, though. Always start with the bigger time frames and work yourself down. It is. Right now, we're just in the moment, though. Here's what we got, man. This is that point that they're bringing us to again on a weekend. Underneath this trend line, and we got two options here. It's an if and then statement, and this is what it is. I need to extend this trend line now since they are dragging this out as long as humanly possible. I really don't expect to see any great movement until Monday or Tuesday. Probably the true movement will come out Tuesday. Right now we're going to bounce, trying to get a bounce off this 200 moving average here, which is also a good thing. When we're above it, especially on the bigger time frames, bullish. Being above it on the 4 hour, we're bullish. Drop below it just a little bit, we're bearish. So we're on a flip flop, and you'll see a lot of flip flopping in the YouTube thumbnails. Oh gosh, we're going down, we're going down, we're going down. You know, it's a mixed bag right now. But the truth of the matter is, when you do zoom out like this, what we want to see, what we'd love to see, is for price to move up back into this channel. Once it does that, it's very likely to come back and retest that channel. This is all around 43,700-800-ish in that area. If we can get up there and confirm that, hold that, we can probably expect a nice, very quick move next week up to 48, possibly even up to the $50,000 level to retest this area. Of course, getting up there, we're not a possibility of making another reversal pattern. And this is kind of what I foresee. This is the scenario that I'm foreseeing that will play out next week, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. But we always have to keep in mind, when you zoom out, we're at a rejection level. This area we hit up here is a Fibonacci level for the whole move of Bitcoin. That is, when I use it in trading and what we usually do here on the show, we normally say, hey man, this is a good place to sell and look for a lower price to maybe jump back in. There's going to be a retracement here. So we are likely to get working on a pullback. I'm kind of looking for it to play out, come back up here, and then we'll take our bigger pullback, maybe down to 37. That would be great. However, just your basic trend analysis, what we would normally do we're looking for a rejection here and then immediately coming, or not immediately, but, working our way down here. This is more like a bear flag type scenario. A lot of people are seeing this inverted head and shoulder type pattern, this weird little octopusy kind of character under here. And yeah, that can play out, but only if we break that neckline, meaning that we get up above these, $43,800 areas. We see that, yeah. If it makes a lower low than this little kind of shoulder here, right here, oh, this pattern is invalidated and we are on our way down here, mister. And that's not a bad thing because zooming out, let's go to the daily chart now. Look at the big picture. We've done something very rare with Bitcoin. Same thing we did back over here in 2020. We all say it's going back to $3,000, but it didn't. It broke bullishly out of a rising wedge. Not the greatest retest to come back and test that area. That was a very bullish move. We might actually get that retest. That's what I'm looking for. The price is down here around 37,000, and that's fine. May not even make it down there, but there is the chance for a retest of that area before going higher for a bigger parabolic move, and I see the possibility of doing that. I need to tweak that. Let's take that off. It's 43.8 is what we're looking at. But right now, just looking for a possible real rejection off. That's what should normally happen, people. This is what really should happen. If it breaks back in this trend, that means there is ultra bullish sentiment coming in. Like maybe, I don't know, a bunch of countries decided, hey, we're going to switch over to Bitcoin. That might do it. I don't know, all the selling's down, and then a bunch of retirement plans. We made the decision. We're going to move on to Bitcoin. Something big that would propel us up. But really, when you look at things on the bigger time frames, we're due for a correction. Just a little healthy correction, just to remind us, hey, man. And as those whales drive prices down, because don't think it's just falling naturally. It just gives the bigger players a little juicier place to get back in. 38,000. Because remember, after we run up after this cycle and we come back to the bear market next cycle, these are the low areas we're going to be looking at getting in and buying. This is going to be the bargain prices, somewhere around $30,000 to get into Bitcoin in 2027, 2028. Keep that in mind. But a good chance I see for a pullback. Now, how is that going to affect our altcoins? Well, it's going to suck for altcoins because if Bitcoin goes down, it's going to drag our altcoins right down with it. And gosh darn it, that's not always the funnest ride to ride down, but it always is full of opportunities to take advantage of for this coming bull market that we will not be able to avoid happening over the next 12 and 18 months and possibly even extending a little longer for our altcoins. So maybe if you didn't pack your bags at the bottom, you got to buy the pullbacks and get into those projects that you want. We're taking a close look at total 3 altcoins right over here, which surprisingly, after breaking this trend line, just did not dump to the downside. So that's a good sign. We're going sideways, kind of forming a new channel here. Got to see how that works out, but we're basically ranging right now, which is going to be up and down for altcoins, and some are going to pop off and some are going to fall. It's going to be a little mixed bag, and this may be a good time to kind of look at your bags and kind of consider, well, this one's a laggard and I'm really not gung-ho about it. Maybe I should move, my slow horses into something a little bit more faster with something better opportunity. A good way to do that is to take notice of the strong coins that are up for the year for the last 12 months because they're likely to continue being some of the biggest gainers. It's a good idea to go through the bubbles and just go through all of them and just make sure that you got all the ones that are in the green on the yearly. Put on a little watch list. Like, you're not. I need to add you to my little watch list. And that way we can kind of track them a little bit. And there Cleva is. She's down for the week, up for the year. Up for the month, though. And see, that one would have got past me if I hadn't just went over and found it right now. I think we're right? Make sure I got that on the right thing. Yeah. And so for our month here, these are the strong coins that seem to be drawing some attention there. Now, for you guys, I'm going to give you a little bonus today on the weekends. You guys might not have access to this, so Here's a little alpha for you trader guys. If you're looking for something hot to trade over the weekend in altcoins, this is what's hot. Now, trending is Mantra, Shiba Saga, GUAC, and Jupiter up here on Tokenmetrics. These are the top-rated trading coins. These are where the money's looking at right now. People buying and selling. Prices are probably up high on the charts, but you're in the trader mindset for this. You're looking for shorter-term gains, maybe shorting, maybe looking for long opportunities, but AI Tech, Solidus AI Tech is taking the lead, followed by Ultima, ZTX, Flare, BitTensor. That's also a good long-term hold, in my personal opinion, right there. It's down a little bit right now to 421. She was hanging around $50 for the longest. I'm just saying, when we were covering it on the channel, 50, 70. Guacamole, Wojak is back in the news. Okay, so we're starting to see a little bit of meme coin action here. People getting tired and bored with Bitcoin when the meme coins start taking off, apparently. Maverick, DexCheck, Sui, Banana Gun, Chile, Pine, Meld, or IDEX, which has been listed on MEXC. Well, that's an interesting one. I'm in it because I do the DeFi over there, but just seeing it branching out to centralized exchanges, that's going to offer a lot of opportunity for growth for the ORI ecosystem over there. Whitebit, ChainGPT, Fast Token, Track, Doge Cola, a lot of little things that I probably wouldn't touch otherwise, just to be honest with you. Looking over at the investor side, so they're taking some higher risk right now because they're bored to crap. Now, for you savvy investors out there looking for a coin, well, which ones should I kind of target? Tokenmetrics has kind of done the fundamental analysis on all this stuff, and they've kind of ranked everything as investor grades, and they've got a good track record. So I highly recommend paying a little bit of attention to what they've got time to time. Tron is on the list. Solana, which has definitely been a good performer. Scale moving up the list here. I am not heavily in that, and maybe I should take a bigger look. Chainlink, of course, it's been doing outstanding. Cartesi, Avalanche, Ren popping up on the list, gaining some ground there. Might want to take a deeper look into that one. Cardano, Seller, Network, Hedera, Cosmos Hub, Helium. Cosmos just passed up Helium just like in the last hour or so. Polygon, WinkLink, IoTex, Ontology, Maker, Compound. Those are some ideas to give you. Pause the video, make your little notes, whatever. Hey man, all this information's out there for you to take advantage of this weekend. Add it to your trading or investment style. Alrighty. So we've kind of got a feeling about Bitcoin that, yeah, we got a good chance to retrace. Doesn't mean that we necessarily will, but that's normally what we see. That's normally how this plays out. That's just kind of that's the rules of the game. That's just the probabilities. Unless there's something on that back burner. I just want to break it up here. So my take on this is neither bullish nor bearish. Just be cautious. But overall, we all know Bitcoin's going to shine this year. Higher highs and higher lows. We just don't want to be caught on the downside, whether we're in trading on altcoins or anything else. We want to be on the right side. But look here at the daily. 9 moving average is crossed over, confirmed to cross over the 21, and that's bullish. The biggest thing that I have, the biggest rule that I would tell you is follow your 9 moving average on whatever time frame that you're trading and watching. And of course, the bigger time frames always have the most weight and have the biggest voice and have the say so. They are the generals in this game. And if you're above the 9 moving average on the larger time frames, you are definitely in good shape. Anything above the 9, you're doing fine. And here we're on the 4 hour. We're still above that 9. So hard to call it bearish right now on this time frame. But we are coming through the weekend. Clouds getting thick. It's calling our name. Still look for the possibility of getting some rejection, even if we make it up to 43.5. You got to get that higher high in. And there's Gumby. Damn it. Thank you, Chemical Black. I appreciate that. Dave P's at Legoland today, Road Dog. Hey, enjoy it. Think I need Lego crypto stuff out there? All right, so it's 2:52. This is going to be just a quick stream, but we are going to take a look at a few little altcoins. Now, I had a request to do one. I said I'd do it on the nightly stream. But yeah, no, I can cover it more than twice. Here's GLQ. Let's see what we got on this one. GLQ is GaphLinq. I've heard of this one, and I think this one might have some promise. I am not in this one. Let's see what we got. Ooh, $7.8 million market cap. That is tiny. If this is a good project, if the fundamentals match up with what resonates with you, if you believe in this project, that's definitely a good place to look at getting into this. Maximum supply is 499 million, so half a billion. Circulating supply is 340 billion, so more than half of that's already out there. Fully diluted valuation, if all these coins were out in the market at today's price, the market cap would be $11 million, meaning we'd have to go up about $3 more million with all those coins out there to maintain this price. That's totally doable. All-time high for this guy was 10 cents. That was 2 years ago. We're down 78% from there, so we're in a nice little territory to look for getting back in. It's proven itself to actually got up 10 cents. Let's take a look at this little guy. GaphLinq. I have heard of this one, and we can also check over here. Tokenmetrics. GLQ. Let's see what they say over here. See if we can pull their fundamental take on this one. We have to switch over to the investor tab. Scroll down here a little bit. Look at this. Man, this dude deserves a shout out. He was on Twitter. I got to give the guy a shout out, man. Because this one looks like it could be a gem. And I don't. Where is it? It is R and Bogdan requested a reply to you. GLQ. Bogdan. Hey, shout out to Bogdan for mentioning this because I would not have looked at it otherwise. I really wouldn't have. It would slip right past me. But look at this. I think he has just thrown a possible gem. Don't FOMO. Do not FOMO. Do your research. We're going to do a little bit here, but this is not extensive by any means. So Tokenmetrics is a great place I like. But look at this. Fundamental grade's 57%. So we got decent fundamentals. All right. There might be a few little things that could be a little bit better. Valuation grade though. If it's overvalued or undervalued, 100% is totally undervalued. I mean, man, nobody realizes that this thing is worth a fortune. And we're 95% in that area. Now, the 0% means, man, everybody thinks this thing's worth way more than what it is. So you're at a great place. Technology grade is 61%. So these are some good scores here, especially the undervalued thing. And I believe at that market cap, it's hard to argue with that. All right, so let's take a little look at, what is this? The no-code blockchain for Web3 automation and dApps. Automate and perform over hundreds of actions based on events triggered on-chain and off-chain. Very interesting. You got Telegram, AI, our chain. I have heard of this one before, I have, and it went off my radar. Create powerful crypto tools for fraction of a penny, execute your graph. Automate actions like creating trade orders, sending mail, creating a token or NFT, alerting over social media or mobile, and much more. I think we're starting to get to some functions where we can use blockchain technology to, do some of the routine tasks that we do on certain areas or applications. Applications, I guess, would be the best way to use that. So I'm seeing some growth in that area. That's kind of cool. Build graphs visually with notes. Okay, so we're getting into all the nerd speak here, and this is where you got to start deep diving. So, is this something I think can really do something with the world, and do something to change or move this whole blockchain narrative forward? Are we advancing in technology? Are we doing something good, or are we just creating another coin like? I don't want to go too far off topic right now. Like this guy, the GME token on Solana. Can we talk about this for a minute? I mean, do you remember when the TV show Squid Games came out on Netflix? And then also we had this token, Squid Games. What? Everybody jumped on it. It was a hot meme coin, and then it rug pulled. I just find it interesting that, we just had this. I just watched this movie, and I don't know how long it's been out, but it's been out long enough for them to. The movie about GameStop on Netflix. Yeah, that's created that hype. So we got a movie out there where they're talking about GME stocks. And so somebody went out and created a meme coin. There's nothing. It's not even related to the stock. There's no relationship. No relationship. Now, the beauty behind, and the movie brings us out behind GameStop, and if you remember the news and everything, it was where the big people, all them hedge funds and all that stuff, were shorting, and that's how they do. They can ruin companies by shorting them down. They can bankrupt these companies, and they get on their list like AMC was and GME, and they're unfairly. They can ruin a business, ruin a corporation just by shorting it down. So, shorting everything, because they get that narrative and they spin that narrative, and it's bad. And that was the people fighting back for something that they loved. The people really liked GameStop, and then of course it did become a meme stock, and people piling into it. It was overvalued, may still be. I don't know. It's still alive though because of what they did. This was a people's movement. This is like the Bitcoin movement we have. This is the people's movement. This meme coin GME that they've got out there, that's developers doing a cash grab. And I'm sorry, and there's an AMC token out there. I just call it as I see it. I don't expect that token to be here next year. Oh, it might be out there. You probably find Squid Games. Is it Squid Game? You probably still find that one real cheap. You can find a lot of these old failing meme coins really, really cheap. They're never going to do anything. There's nothing to it. It even says there, man, there's no affiliation. Created by degen traders to capitalize on the name of a public figure, brand, or news event. So just realize that. While not an official GameStop offering, the GM token's rise and current falls echoes that of the actual GameStop offering on the New York Stock Exchange. I just think it's a way to do people. Well, that's my little rant. But back to GaphLinq. Now, compared to your meme coin over there, they might be actually doing something here. I'm just kind of browsing around here. Block time is 15 seconds. Consensus is POA. Click. Block rewards. So just interesting. Throw that out there. Let's take a look at it. GLQ. Not shilling it. It was a request, and we're just looking at it. But I do like the fundamentals I've seen over on Tokenmetrics. Not me making stuff up. That's what they got, and it says it's very undervalued. Right now, she's going to get cheaper, baby. She's going to get more undervalued, but she's been on a nice little run up. Let's zoom out. Weekly chart. GLQ. All right. This is the deal I use when I'm analyzing the coin like this. One that's already got a little bit of experience. First, I'm going swing high all the way to swing low. I'm paying attention to this 236 Fibonacci area because anything under here is accumulation by my strategy. Now, that's quite a big accumulation zone. It is. I agree. I agree. But also taking that next highest one right there. And now we kind of zoom in on the local area, this latest area of accumulation. So we got a little zone here. And technically, we broke out of this one, and we may be ranging here for a little bit. I always like to look for trend lines. And I like to do it when we zoom out because, well, it's always better when you zoom out, baby. Now we got our playing field. We got our parameters that we can work with. Now we can come down to the daily chart. We're going to be getting a pullback. Chances are very likely we'll come back down to this zone that we just identified, that 236 area. We got to retest that. We accumulated through here mostly. This is when everybody's really buying this up at 0.005. I mean, those guys are up right now 3x, right? Or more than 3x. Those guys that were smart and accumulated at the bottom, we usually call them whales because they're smart enough to do that. They already made a 7x on this, an 8x, 800% gains on that pump up. They're still up 500%. They're the ones that have been taking profits up here like a madman, like a smart man, like a trader should. That is not solid, but this one is. All right, so this is the trend line that we were holding in there. This is the trend line that, this is basically the pattern that we were in. And we broke up to the upside, which is awesome. But now we're flirting with coming back in and closing candles inside this pattern. Now there is a chance, it's a very slim chance, that we'll get a bounce here and that this level will hold. If that does, and you see it confirm and go up, well, that's probably a good time to maybe jump in because it's getting ready to do something big, very big. However, closing the candle under here will probably drive us back down to these areas right here, 0.015 cents. So that's the target I would really be looking at to try and get this. Do expect altcoins to take a little bit of a bump dip this weekend. And this one looks like it's no different. If we zoom out, check out one of our indicators here, MACD says, baby, I've crossed. You got to pull back coming, whether you like it or not. You can fight it all you want to, but it's coming. May not go as deep as you hope, but we're going that way. So I see this as a rejection here on the daily. I think the 4-hour will confirm it. You can see this as your head and shoulders or whatever, but anyway, you're coming first on the 4-hour to 2 cents and then very likely the 1.5 cent area right down here. And I think that's juicy place to try to get this little guy anywhere along the bottom of this trend line here. But the biggest thing we want to look for is make sure we don't come back down in this area below this red line, because that would mean we'll just go back into a steeper accumulation. From what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing that as likely. This one's got a very low market cap. This could be a very good place to retest and have a bounce. So I'm keeping this, I'm adding this one to my charts here. Late night picks. I want to keep this one on my radar. Put it on my little post-it note that I never look at. So shout out Toboggan. That's I like what I'm seeing there. I do. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying do your research, look into it. If it resonates with you, it's had some good times to think about making a plan to get into it. Now the bigger sense of things, I mean, there's always a possibility of bouncing here or even coming all the way down to the bottom, and just, you know, in this pattern you bounce off the edges until you don't, and at some point it should break to the upside. All right. Chemical Black says, I think I'm sticking to near, Glimmer, Stacks, Rune, Optimism, Time, some Dot, AI Pad. Let me mention, and two Binance Smart Chain gains. I got some BSC games too. I got Sinverse, which I like, but she still hasn't made it to the area where she's going to make her big pop yet. But yeah, I like Near. Been in that one for a while. Glimmer. Do I still have that one? I keep getting that one. I get that one. No, I have Moon River. I got out of Glimmer. And I think Moon River is Kusama. I've got to look back at that. Those are good ones. And we can track those. I'll probably track those to add some of those to the list tonight. Some things to look at. But today's stream is just a little small one, just covering the market basics of what we can expect for the weekend. And I guess really we need to take a little closer look at Total 3 as it regards our altcoins. Total 3 on the daily. This represents all of our altcoins. Those in my wallet, those in your wallet. And overall, it's extremely bullish when you're zooming out. Now we're kind of catching ourselves in a weird situation right now. It's just a pullback time. Let's go to the 5-day chart. It's just a little short of the weekly. Falling channel, inverted head and shoulders. Both of them played at got the same targets. We met our target. Now once we meet our target, normally get a pullback. Now on the 5-day, you can see this 200 moving average, which normally gives us a rejection at first anyway. It's since we lost it is now resistance, and we got rejected there again. So that means definitely a pullback. Sometimes it means coming all the way back down to the 5,100, and that's like losing $100 billion in here. Now, I don't want to scare you, but this inverted head and shoulders, has like a 62% chance, I believe, for price to come back and retest it, the breakout areas. And we could see another loss of almost $100 billion, driving altcoins down terribly. Could happen with this rejection up here. So I'm cautioning you about getting too bullish on them, because there could be some much better prices coming. But honestly, I think, if you're trying to get this and you're an investor or you're kind of new to crypto, a DCA, perfect dollar cost average over these next few months here. I don't think you can miss it at all that way. And you buy on the red days if you can do it that way, or maybe you buy on the same day every day. However you decide the dollar cost average, either way, it's a proven strategy. But that could be a nice big loss here. We're losing these areas. We are. Now, Ichimoku Cloud says, baby, don't worry. We're still kind of good. I'm not ready to eat you up yet and throw you into a official bearish mode. No, she's way over here. We're good. But I think maybe just a little bit of a slow burn down. It doesn't necessarily have to come all the way back to the breakout area. It can, but it will stop along these highs that we had over here. All these little areas that we kind of got marked out. So just be prepared for that. Altcoin bags may look a little rough. And 5-day bearish cross on our moving averages, starting our little downward trend. Each little block here is a 5-day candle. I mean, look how long it takes it to turn around here. Look at this one. This was just a shallow one. How many days did it take it to finally kind of turn around? We actually flipped bullish. Quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 5 is 45 days. That was a quickie. So we could be seeing this over a majority of February. Prices coming down, but toward the end of February, maybe things will turn around for us. Keep those eyes open. We got some places we can catch. But even though altcoins are starting to get juicy, I mean, remember, it may not be the time just to FOMO in altogether. Take it easy. We got time. We're still early. Oh crap, what did I do? I've erased all. Don't erase your indicators, man. I've done that before. I had to reset them all. That's horrible. Is that my line or is that the 200 moving average? If that's okay. I'm seeing something I don't like here on the 1 hour. Let's look at this. What's going on here? On the 1 hour, that means this is immediate. Because there's some people that were really bullish after this move, right? I don't want to talk about that. The little football game thing that we did at the beginning of this stream, also did at the beginning of last night's stream, which called a bottom, and those targets got hit. So it's fun to do. Just to show you this stuff works. It may not work every time. Worked last night, worked today, from what I can tell. But look what's going on here. We got a 50 moving average, came down here, started to turn up, but now we've officially crossed here on the 1 hour. That's a death cross. Thump, thump, thump. Guys, it's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday, and then we come back to Sunday. CME markets, the big boy markets, open up 5 p.m. Sunday. We're not ready to blast off. We don't have the liquidity this weekend. Retail's not here yet. They're coming, but they're not here yet. So all probabilities mean that we can go down. And these little signs like the 50 crossing the 200 are just kind of confirming that. Yeah. Get ready for it. Big pullback. So here's the thing. We made a series of higher highs and higher lows until we didn't, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can actually look at this in the Elliott wave. This is a completed wave here on the 1 hour. Is it going to show me, Elliott? Are you going to show me? Oh gosh, Elliott's doing something crazy. Elliott's showing, well, he kind of sees it too. The possibility that if we do break out to the upper side, we would have a bigger wave, but honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. I'm getting a downward. So me and Elliot are not agreeing here. Well, this is what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. So I'm looking at this area right down here. Short term for the weekend. That we may lose about $20 billion over this weekend in altcoins. So be careful, but take advantage of it as the prices come your way. This might be, if you're a trader out there, y'all's going to show it. I'll probably be going to show it. Short term short. One Hit Quitter, how's it going? One Hit Quitter's in the house. I got something for you, One Hit Quitter. I don't know if you've seen that yet. Ha ha, I found one. And Jorge Satoshi says, Guacamole's making moves? That's cool. Because that's actually one of those guys over here on the trader ratings. Guacamole right here. See if we can find it. I don't remember ever charting it. Good Lord, she's pumping. No wonder the trader coins are in it, but man, high risk, maybe high reward, but definitely some high risk there. Bumping in for this area. Oh, she's touched her 618. See, now these are rejection areas to me. A lot of people be looking to take shorts right here. So is it time to short this one? Possibly, but... And going into a weekend, maybe. See, I'm with the 12-hour chart. But you're still above the 9. Now, price will always come back and touch the 9 moving average, okay? It's going to. And if it loses it, it goes to the 21. So when price gets way far away from the 9 on these bigger, especially on the bigger time frame, you need to pay attention to that. That means it's like a rubber band. It's going to snap it back to that 9 at some point. Right now, it's not getting that memo. Looks like it may come up here and try to double top. There's some bearish divergence forming here on the 4-hour right now. Right there. Not yet confirmed, though. Not until we find out where it actually, gets a pullback or reverses on the short term. It's also showing up here on the 1 hour. That's bullish. Identified a bear trap right there, following this trend line. Broke back into the pattern. Ooh, baby, are you getting You getting frisky? Well, we got a pattern going on right here. If she gets frisky, she might be headed up to that area. How much further is that? Another 17 to 20%? And then maybe rejected there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be a 5th wave right there. And then A, B, C correction. Definitely. Also, a little bit of a headache in this area. So, just looking at the 1 hour time frame, there might be some areas to take some profit here on a trade, but I would be looking for a rejection somewhere where you're getting really close to having it start coming down to the downside there. And when it does that, well, that's got a good way to fall. And if you're shorting it, you could look down in these areas. And that short on spot would be about 38% of his 10x leverage. That's kind of high for that though. That would be 300. 5x leverage give you about 150% gains if that were to play out. And it usually does. They just go from... So just in a big pinball machine, man, going between side to side until it pops out of the flipper, misses it, and then it goes right past you. You see it? Make sure he catches that. One hit a quitter. All right, guys, I thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll be on again tonight, probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight. We'll take a look at the market, go over some cool mean points, what's hot, what's not, finding some, maybe some good trades. Maybe do some live trades over on Unix. I do have to, man, I forgot to do this when I started out, but if you have a Tangem wallet or if you're thinking about getting one, they've got this promotion going on right now. They've got swap features. They've on the apps and everything. With your Tangem, you can actually swap from your wallet without having to go to the Uniswap and everything, and it's across a lot of chains from what I'm seeing. But they've got the swap with 0% service fee. They're using Changelly to do this, and this is through, I think, on February. I'm not sure if it's going on right now, but it'll definitely be going on from the 14th and 21st. So no swap fees if you need to swap some things around. You might be able to save some Ethereum fees and stuff that way. I don't know. But guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll be back again tonight. And if you can, for those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later on. Trade carefully. And I was so smooth at getting to that end screen. There we go.
Come on, come here, boy.
Good night, everybody. Or, good day, rather. Good day, gentlemen. Good day. We'll see you this evening.
I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now, if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet high off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life.